Hi guys, this is MegaDragonoid. As you probably can see, we're playing Phoenix Wright, and we're always right-handed. Sorry, couldn't help the joke. Hey, I can better have a good joke than a lousy pun. Cause yeah, I didn't have a good sleep tonight because some prick tried to make me unblock him, and he was just using an old account again.
Yeah, it's being a troll. October 14, 12:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4.
Yep.
And 1, and a 2, and a 3, 4, 5.
But yeah, even that prick called me spineless. What? I have no backbone, you are saying? Sorry, I have one of the biggest backbones. Sorry?
What was you gonna say, Sira?
You
What
wanted
did I say?
Well, you wanted to say something about like when I said I'm spineless?
Spineless?
Yeah, that guy called me spineless yesterday.
I think he is missing a spy.
Yeah. First of all, he blocked me, not him. I only blocked him because he blocked me.
Block him back. Problem solved. Problem solved.
He is the idiot of us. Well, actually, no, he's not the idiot of us. He's the idiot of the world.
And he's cruel as well.
Yeah, more cruel than Luke. I can acknowledge that. Luke has a heart, at least. And that's something from somebody that has still contact with him. Yup.
So cruel as the wind and sea. The wind and sea are even nicer.
Yep.
But let's keep on going before we get all talking about him.
Yep.
My sis.
I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice. Yeah, you'll say.
So then, she's still alive inside your heart. Nicky boy.
Oh, Miss Delight.
Is it true that Detective is the real killer? Yeah, the Pinocchio those.
Yeah. To be honest, we still don't have any different proof. But he's the only one who could have done it.
But was he at Lordy Taylor that night? Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective me want to kill Kane Bullard?
I still stand that he changed the time of the camera.
Yeah.
It could be possible, but he would have to have gone to the security place as well.
Yeah. Oops, it's almost time. Better get back to the courtroom. I still need to find some solid proof. But it's gonna happen sooner than later.
October 14, 12:21 p.m. District Court, Courtroom number 6.
Hate that number. Hate that number.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds of gold. There you go.
I'm preparing my voice for the guy.
I thought I was going to judge.
Yeah, you're the judge, but I'm talking about...
He is doing the coffee guy.
The coffee plant. 250.
Now then, this court is back in session. Mr. Look at me. Please take the stand.
Pinocchio.
Well, well, how do you do, Sir Lawyer?
How do you do? Do you do things that you do?
That's so creepy when he does that.
I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly.
I couldn't let them down your verdict just yet. Not when you should have given your perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Master Mesquite.
You mean perfect alibi?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid even the great Look at me has no idea what you mean. Of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning.
Okay, return off the thumbnail again.
I'm afraid there's no way I could know what's been going on in here. You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Mask the Masque.
Correct.
Indeed, it's truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuable, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example.
So you continue insisting that you are, in fact, Master Mesquite.
Of course.
That's not a
Very
diamond.
well.
That's a
Very
ruby.
well then.
Yep.
Very well then, look at me. Let us begin with the simple question.
It looks more to a ruby than a red diamond. But yeah.
It's a ruby.
On October 12th at 1 AM, Cain Bullard was murdered. Where were you at that time? One without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge. Thanks?
Oh, there's my coffee again. Alright, Mr. Enemy, night of the murder, speak. Oh, that coffee tastes good. We're all ears now.
As you wish, Sir Prosecutor.
Oh yeah.
I was stealing the urn as Master Masque, just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case one turned out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Master Masque was the same time as the murder. It seems the main point of discussion will be this photo of the crime scene.
Everything else up till now was all part of his plan. There has to be a secret to this picture as well.
Even the great Master Masque cannot be in two places at once.
Oh, you can. Don't point that pointy nose to us.
Now then, if you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive.
Unfortunately, Mr. Enemy, we're still have here to do your cross-examination. What the fuck?
I get it. I get to do it. Yes. A fool is too foolish to know that he is a fool.
What?
Is it what I said?
Okay, now why am I?
Is it what I said, Danny?
I see it. I cannot listen to it sadly at the moment. Oh, why do I now see look at me in Francisca's clothing for some reason? Oh my god. I'm already seeing it in front of me. Oh my god, it will be a horrible picture.
I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick. I'm
Only
so
thing
full
that's
of myself.
full of it is his alibi. Alibi.
Alibi. The alibi!
Okay, hey me, Watson.
Okay, so first you have to press on statement 2.
Statement 2.
Van and Joe.
I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at one point.
That's right. That was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken.
You sent the calling card to the Lordy trailer 10 days before the heist. You would mean you sent it out the card after you began your security watch, right?
Indeed, there was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target. I see. You truly are evil, aren't you?
He is more evil than Knievel.
Yes, evil is what I am.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Hey, Nick, is there something odd about this?
Hmm?
Detective Atlee was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen from Lordy Taylor while he was the only one watching it, he have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona.
No, that's true. It's kind of odd. Okay, now what?
Okay, so now you press on statement 4.
That's 3, 4. How about the camera that took this photograph?
Oh, come now. It's all too clear what you're thinking.
Huh?
You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, don't you?
I'm afraid that's impossible. Camera was set up by the Lordy Taylor, and on top of that, it was the Lordy Taylor staff that printed that picture data. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way the picture should have been altered. Crap, there goes my alibi.
I see.
Looks like I better find something else that could be suspicious.
His alibi was false.
It has to be, or he couldn't have been killed Bullard at the KB security.
But I'm not really spotting anything usual.
There are two possibilities. Either the mask masquerade in the photo is a fake, Or the photo itself is. Okay.
Okay, so let's have another look. Now you press on statement 3.
So by the photograph you mean the piece of evidence here? Is that correct?
Indeed it is. That is it. The very thing that proves I committed the crime.
The very thing that proves you committed the crime. So even you understand by now.
Oddly, Taylor provided that camera. There's no way I could have tampered with it. That means I could not have killed Kane Bullard unless I had an accomplice.
Come on, think long and hard about that night. Basement warehouse, this picture where it's supposed to be captured. Gotta be there. Isn't there something funny about this picture?
Yes, there is. Are you implying that this picture is a fake?
You bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. We took a look around the basement warehouse that night before the theft took place. There's something in this photo that doesn't match my memory at that night.
Very well, then let's hear what you have to say.
What about this photograph? Oh, that was your line actually. Okay, hammer.
Well, isn't it obvious, bro? It's the paint splotch from the ground.
I had the same feeling, to be honest.
Look at how it's positioned.
Funny part is right here.
Why, this is a blood stain. Ah, blood. Now this case is getting interesting.
Not exactly. This stain is actually pink paint.
Oh, just paint. And pink, peach colored at that.
From blood to
He
peaches, the
sounds
judge.
disappointed, doesn't he?
Yeah. From blood to peaches, the judge sure loves going on his wild tangents. Problem with this photograph is not the paint. The problem is when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse. Turns out something should have been there is nowhere to be seen. He's sweaty again. Uh-oh.
No, sugarless peel.
Well, Mr. Wright. What is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains? Let's see. It's supposed to be Amy Faye's golden statue.
So, also on the right spot right away. Supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated the following.
That's a good reason for that. Only the day of the crime, around noon. That golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. I realized that the statue would be perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put where you first saw it.
I was myself that night that the theft took place and saw the statue in that spot. Picture was truly taken on that night, then that said you shouldn't have been there. But when I went there the day after the theft, the statue of the old bag was sitting in the corner.
Perhaps it was somehow pushed there accidentally.
The owner of this statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. You need Hulk to move it.
I like to move it, move it. I'd like to move it, move it. The statue like to move it, move it. You like that?
Move it! It would like take more than an accidental push to move it that distance. Huh. In that case, can you prove it? Can you give us the rhythm of and reason as why that statue has moved that night?
I like to move it, move it. It is getting move it, because the statue was move it, move it. It wasn't move it. Can you do it, Nick?
Never mind who moved it. The real question is, why did they move it?
Well, Mr. Wright, I hope you are prepared with your answer.
Tell me.
Now then, who was the one that moved the golden statue on the night of the crime? It was Luke. It was Luke at me.
What's King Julian?
The one who moved the statue is none other than Luke and me. I was thinking about two persons, but I can be wrong.
Come now, Sir Lawyer. There you go again. No one... Hang on. There you go again on one of your strange delusions. Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusions?
It's very simple. Witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night.
That is indeed very simple. However, why would I want to move a heavy golden statue?
Reason for moving the golden statue. Here's where our battle really begins. Wait, I need to put music on. Come on, gimme. Oh, wait. Ah, come on! I need to learn.
You like to move it, move it.
No, that wasn't it. That was the wrong one. Oh, no. Hey, where is it? Got it. Right? Look in chat.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, we had to do it for a bit.
Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move that statue?
Reason can be found here in this photograph.
It's the timestamp?
Look at me, you pretended to be the Master Masqué. Create an alibi by showing you where Lloyd Taylor that night. But the photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue has been there, your lie should have exposed like a cheap film at a drugstore. That's why you had to move the statue.
A single fatal flaw?
Interesting theory. Please enlighten us. While I get myself a new cup of coffee. Oh, wait. Waiter! So I can help it. Just wear it. Thank you for removing that thing. Okay, come here. Don't say me it's again the blood stained. Well, paint stained actually.
Hang on. Done look at me's profile. Have you? So did you click on the timestamp when you said after you clicked on Luke's profile?
Not yet. We're there now.
Okay.
Oh, you're right. Burp. Actually, the lie is in this photo stamp is the timestamp.
What do you mean?
I will tell you exactly what I mean. On the night in question, look at me went to KB security and murdered Kane Boltlord. Therefore, it's obvious. It should have been impossible for him to have been there at this time.
But what does that have to do with the statue being moved?
Remember, if you will, Your Honor, when it was the statue placed beside the warehouse door?
Well,
the statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime, and it was placed there in order to cover up the paint. Exactly. Look at me, he already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim. And so, in order to create an alibi for the time being, he took this photo days before the murder took place. Ah. I see it now. What the? Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down into the basement warehouse yet.
Ah.
So on the day of the crime, Mr. Emmy must have been quite nervous. As nervous as the long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak. Why? Because something that's supposed to be there had been brought down and placed where it shouldn't supposed to be. And that is why Emmy had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make the room match with the way it had to be in this photo.
Order, Mr. Emmy, is this true? One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this? What's that? The data for the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime.
It's true that the camera had been set up by the Lord Taylor staff. However, the program used to manage the data was yours. That only could have allowed you to tamper with the data. He is getting pwned.
Order, Mr. Gott, what is the meaning of this?
Nice cup of coffee.
Gott, I warned you about making me wait. Now put that coffee down.
I'm sorry, Your Judge. My 11th cup. I promise to drink not more than 17 15 during a trial, which means I'm still good till last drop.
However, the defense has a very good point.
A good point? So what? We are all but travelers on the road of infinite points.
He's got his points mixed up with his other point.
So
That's a point there.
Yeah, it's very pointy. Bing. So you say this photograph has been taken ahead of time? That the statue has been moved in order to make it match? That's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that can't be denied. Which is? Ah, my 12th cup. That's good. That's only a possibility. Men, they are trapped by chains of maybe. And can't reach their dreams.
That's very true.
Oh wait, don't fall for that, Your Honor. Hey, Mr. Mesquite.
Yes.
If there's no funny business in your action as the Master Mesquite, there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it.
Yes, please provide this court with your testimony about your plan to steal the sacred urn.
Here we go.
No music. Oh, never mind. I first received the request from Lordy Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box, and Zavari, it was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly.
And there is again his nose pointing out of the box.
Your daddy quit. That's
At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 AM on October 12th.
That's pretty much all stuff we heard before, isn't it?
Yeah, but we will find the hidden truth in the nuggets. Where are the chicken nuggets? I'm hungry now. Of the new information he gave.
Witness, you're sure there are no mistakes this time? Zafari. Very well then. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
I was actually kind of thinking when I hit the X button, like you're like, burp, somebody. It clicked a bit longer than I should have, but damn, that was a good point. Okay, hit me, Watson.
Alright. So, let's see now. It says on any of these you can present Demascu's calling card, bro. So 2, 3, 4, or 6.
2, 3, 4, 6. And we're taking 2 crosses quicker. The calling card. Miss Amy, if you really are Master Mesquite, then you also wrote this calling card, correct?
But of course.
If there's is there a problem with the calling card? Allow me to read the passage from the calling card that Master Mesquite had written. Take good care of the speculant urn. Now the speculant here Slowly refers to the pinks painted on the sacred urn.
Yes, that is true, but so what?
The truth to be told, there was no way the Masquerade should have known about this pattern.
What do you mean?
This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than just paint stains.
Paint stains?
And these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to the Lordy Tailor. Too much coffee again. I'm not finding this a joke to be very funny, Mr. Wright. The day the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse, the urn was broken due to the human error, or should I say an error-prone human.
No,
And
that's mean.
yeah, pretty much. And that's what when the pink paint got on the urn. You can't be serious. Yeah, this calling card clearly mentions the blood pattern, the paint pattern, which means Detective Emmy had seen the urn before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. And because this photo is a fake, the alibi for that night of the murder no longer holds water.
What? Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Alright, that did it. He's broken. Oh my god.
I think it's still a little early for our victory pose.
Huh? Ah, my 13 cup. Wait, was it 14? I've got numbers. Huh. It's so sad. No one has a conviction these days.
Conviction, you say?
Yesterday, we all decided bleh, help.
Unanimously?
Unanimously that this man was Masquerade, and now we're calling him a murderer. You think we're a bit of tap, Frickle?
That is a good point.
No way, don't fall for that too, Your Honor.
You notice that he falls for a lot of stuff?
Yeah. You say that Luke Enemy was the one who killed Kane Bullard? Then let me ask you this, why would he do that?
An excellent point. Motive, Mr. Wright. Motive. Might you, my merry wait, what? Might you, my merry murderous motive manifest?
Wow, we have here Mr. Von Karma now.
Freaking tongue twister there, good grief.
Yeah. It's like the foolish fool of the foolish, the foolish, the foolish. What? Wait, no. We actually need to ask the expert.
Sira? That is what you mean, right?
Yep. Sharon didn't know how to do the foolish.
She okay?
I don't know. Shira?
I'm here.
Well, you are the expert of the foolish.
How a fool could be a foolishness. All right, you fool. You are just being a fool for all those foolishness you do.
There you go.
Nick, he getting his second wind.
Oh, is he farting?
As he is going to use his love rig to get away. Lol.
Okay, there we
He
go.
to jump off the cliff and flew to get his love rig. Not Rafali is going to help him anyway.
If he's prepared an alibi and pinned his crime on Don Relight, as you say. Oh wait, that was yours. Oops!
La 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 la. La,
He
la,
must
la,
have
la.
had a very strong motive for murder.
Like these.
There you go. I'll clean it. The only one who has any motive we have seen is Ron Delight. Isn't that right, detective?
Indeed. According to my own research, the boy's motive is clear. Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us as to what the defendant's motives were.
Boing.
I'd be honored to, Sir Old-Timer.
Old timer, damn. They are doing everything they can make Ron Delight look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, be our only chance.
I, look at me, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Cain Bullard decided to investigate Master Matthew and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight.
Uh-oh.
It was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Master Matthew. That is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Cain Bullard. Truly a tragedy. So the victim, Cain Bullard, blackmailed the defendant.
So this blackmail letter was found in the defendant's apartment. Handwritten desk confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter. What?
Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination.
Okay. This might be a little bit confusing. There it is. Should have sent in a picture again.
Alright, so you have to present the blackmail letter on statement 3.
Okay. Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Me? Burp.
Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's alright.
Ooh. When you said that this letter was addressed to Rhonda Light, I couldn't help but notice one contradiction.
Contradiction?
I don't know where the walking contradiction like you gets of saying things like that. You don't want to talk. Times like these, men are made of expressions themselves with their fists. Why don't you show us what you got there, Junior?
Indeed, time to man up, Mr. Wright. Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter.
What must I do?
You present the newspaper clipping?
Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. It contains a picture of the tear of a Manon, the stolen jewel.
What about it?
Problem is this jewel's color. Color? I'm not much for discussing color myself. According to the clipping of the jewel, that the stolen jewel was blue. However, in the blackmail letter, it's totally different jewel is mentioned. I will take the red diamond you received the other day.
Red?
Which means the red diamond description in the big blackmail letter is not the tear of enemy that the Master MSK stole at all. And your point is, Mr. Wright? So you're trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else? Is that what you're saying? Right?
Here's what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright? Everyone's saying the same thing.
Okay, let me see. Well, that is what you're trying to say, right, Nick?
Yes. This is who killed, was actually blackmailed. Am I right?
You are 100%.
So Pinocchio did also blackmail him? Not really.
Naturally, it was you, Detective Amy.
Do you have some sort of basis for the claim?
Remember the finger. You have a person involved in every single Masquerade case. And in the last case, you recovered what was stolen and received a jewel as your reward. A jewel? Probably the one wrapped concealia around your finger. The red diamond ring.
Ruby.
Hey, I only read one set. That is the diamond referring to in the letter. Which means that Kane Bullard wrote the letter in order to blackmail you.
Yeah. Order in the court.
It seems you gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Wright. Uh-oh, I don't like the way he said that. Gameball blackmailed. Look at me. Are you for real? Yes, I am.
Nick, come up to him. He's a pussy.
Then answer me this. The Blackmail Letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world.
Yes, it certainly does.
Gameball threatened to make me identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So just what was that identity? I mean, King killed King Bola because he was afraid the secret becoming known. Which was the identity he wanted to keep secret.
Guess what it all comes down to, Nick?
The entity that look at me wanted to despite to keep secret. Is that and the well, bro?
When asked what the secret identity was, say Atme was a blackmailer.
I had a good suspicious feeling on that. Ah! Look at me. Was a blackmailer. Objection. Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you have been saying? You're saying that Kimba was the one blackmailing Look at me? You're saying that me was blackmailed someone else on top of that? Hello. Sure.
Sira. Lovely Sira. She busy.
You probably take a care and piss. Remember, bro?
Yeah.
Jeff Dunham. Dunham.com. Mhm.
Uh, uh, Staying alive, staying alive.
Silly bro.
Just trying to help you cheer up.
I'm not happy, bro.
I have said that does sound a little odd.
Hey, there he is. See how she is. Arp. It's not odd, it's the only thing that makes any sense. Kane Ball was blackmailing Look at Me. But Run the Life was also being blackmailed by someone. So you did receiving blackmail letters after this incident?
Yes, just a few days after the tale of Animal Eyes. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from a very kind person, incredibly detailed plans.
Detailed plans? In which case, that would mean that Rondelight was actually Master Masque.
That's what we're claiming. Someone else came up with the plans, and the light had steal his targets at the and had Mr. Light steal his targets for him. And that someone is none other than Look at Me.
Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear.
Or what is? Uh-oh.
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year.
Oh, now we're talking about school again.
Years ago, Ace Activity.
Careless with the tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong?
How did you?
You say that Look at Me, was blackmailing Ron tonight? In which case, I would naturally know all about his relation to Master Masque.
Well, yes.
Ron Delight started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed that first crime.
Good point.
You
Yeah.
certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise.
Tasty coffee. In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Look at Me know that Ron the Lie was Master Masque? Believe that one. Am I right?
So I just admit, yes, you're right.
Even with the guide on your side, I still know what I need to do. I think I see it.
See what?
When you were in grade school, you received the same report every year, getting a lot of midgets trying to be in the center of attention.
What do you mean?
Reverse psychology. Love it. This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Ron the Light in his guard uniform. Seems that Masque didn't just disappear in thin air. We just taken off his outfit and hide it in a bucket.
That sounds far too stupid to be true.
Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't have fooled a baby, let alone an ace detective. That's when you figure it out, Mr. Me. That's when you learn that under his mask. Let's go.
Did you saw that face?
Yeah, I couldn't. I'm not even pressing anything. It's like.
Why you? How dare you expose me like that?
Oh, Nick, it's...
Why, I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life.
Are you sure about that?
I'm a famous and proud ace detective, and also master rescue. Why can't you understand that?
got a stir.
He's breaking again.
Mental issues.
I'm afraid you're neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity.
Why you? How dare you even dare? Whoa! Over such I say none of you can compare to my dear. I can't keep up.
It's enough to make one up.
I couldn't keep up. I couldn't keep up.
I wasn't even pressing like.
It would seem we've finally arrived at the real answer.
That was quite a performance by Mr. Atme.
Bailiff, please prepare a cell for Mr. Atme.
Zip.
The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim.
What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling.
Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge.
Sorry.
Don't get too much more in your face than that.
It appears that your claws aren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Wright. What do you mean? It's true that you have performed a lot of things. Things like looking at me as a filthy blackmailer, and that he wasn't at Lordy at the night of the murder. That's right, that's why. Wow, that's a burp.
Wow, yeah, that was a big one.
Well, excuse you, princess. That's right, that's why he's the one who killed Mr. But it smells me good.
It's literally the butts.
There's still one thing that you have yet to prove.
What's that?
Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, you can't prove that bit of an excuse for a man was at the KB security. Then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered. No way!
Order in the court. Well, Mr. Wright.
Butts, your call! Come up right now!
Butts, come up here.
This is it. This is the final round. Bing, 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 bing. I got to prove that Emmy was at Mr. Bullett's office at the night.
But can you really prove?
That's long enough, Mr. Wright. I want to hear your answer. The night, like Emmy was at the KB security and the defense. Can prove it? Bro?
You can't.
I can't prove it.
Just as I thought.
But if we hear more of Detective Emmy's testimony, unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. What do you mean? I won't allow you any more testimony. That's what I mean. What? Have you forgotten? Luke Emmy is here after we interrupted his own trial, and you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time that this witness return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as the master escape. No.
Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all.
That's your line.
I am the ace detective as well as Master MSQ. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron Delights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness. Order in the court. That's enough deliberation over this witness.
I can't believe this. At this rate, one is.
You know, if you see Maya's head looks like a dog.
Now you say it. Now I can't think else about it.
That's all it does. Yeah.
It's like that long-haired dog.
It kind of does. But yeah, your line.
You don't know, Nick. We still have to follow. We can look for more evidence and...
But then it'll be too late.
Huh? Why? My coffee is smelling good. I'm gonna sip it.
Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law.
Mm-hmm. Double jeopardy? Is that
Jeopardy.
a coffee?
Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. This is a fundamental rule of all courts. And it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else.
Mr. Emmy will be found guilty in matter of minutes. Guilty as master escape, which means
He will be innocent as far as the murder of Cain Bullard is concerned.
No way!
no way. Sorry, couldn't help it. Got reminded of Sonic Heroes. Marriage? No way.
The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atmy's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Cain Bullard's murderer.
What?
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 Now, there's nothing I can do possibly to do to win. Even one is proclaimed to be innocent. If we'll kill, look at me, we'll go free.
Free! I'm free!
You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. And as long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections?
This is my 41.
Then I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke at me.
Objection! I think I see it.
I think I know who that was. I think I know who that was.
Your Honor, when you were a child, was your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result.
How did you...
Phoenix, rise your up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is somebody who smiles no matter how bad it gets.
Wait. That voice, no way. Oh, she's back!
Long time no see, food.
It was for karma! I was thinking it was for karma! Can you blame me?
It's all good,
now
bro.
She has the big tits.
She is a grown fine lady!
Long time no see, Phoenix.
Mia! This is the true power of the Korean challenging technique. Now that is the real man who's standing before me. But right now, she's my mentor, Mia Fey.
Now, let's do this.
But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine.
Yet, the testimony's not over yet.
Oh, what do you mean?
Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today.
Yes, that's true, but...
Unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks.
Oh now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Master Maskew. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron Delights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness. Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever.
Very well then, we shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Isn't that alright with you, prosecutor?
Can't stop looking at boobs. Sorry, I had to do that. I had to do that for some reason. He was like having that perfect angle from...
Is something the matter, Mr. Goddard?
Nothing. Told ya, he's a pervy.
Perfect.
Oh, Sir Lawyer, it looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods will do anything to me, Luke at...
Let's hear it.
Oh?
It's true that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination.
Mr. Goddard, what are you...
Bada bing, bada boom.
Very well then, Mr. Luke at me. I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks.
The defense would like to hear why you declared the defendant to be the true murderer.
So please, give us one last bit of testimony.
Who next? This is it. This is our absolute last chance.
Yes, Chief. Take it out.
Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Ron Delight. And thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Matthew outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter? The victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. The fur. Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy.
Says me it actually sounds to hold up pretty well.
The witness's earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared.
Bird, 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 bird.
Second line. Oh, no. All of his points have been explained, and none of them seem to contradict anything. But of course. But how did you know about the emergency buzzer?
He made a flaw.
Trapped! Trapped!
The police investigation documents weren't directly through me.
But nobody knew.
And I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, Sir Lawyer.
Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, Sir Lawyer?
I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Oh, but they always work!
Yes, Your Honor.
Am I wrong, bro? I mean, they do always work.
Yep.
We cannot postpone Luke Atmy's trial any longer. This is your last chance.
Hang on a sec, just one chance? Huh, it seems that the party's about to begin.
Well, who next?
This isn't evidence that contradicts with that testimony.
So that would seem.
What do you mean? So it should would seem.
Listen to me. Pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? And anyway, this is our last chance. If you can't point out to the case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there it is to it.
Let the battle begin. Cup number 17, the last cup. Seems like the time has come to put an end to this trial. I have to find a fatal contradiction in his testimony, and I need to point out, without presenting evidence, which means all I can do is find the contradiction and remark and press it.
Remember, you only get one chance.
Very well, Miss Wright. Please begin your final cross-examination.
The last testimony.
Let me hear it, bro.
Okay, so you gotta count through each one, and according to this, you have to press on the 9th statement, number 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the one, right?
Yep.
Can you
Here's
double
the
check
press.
if it's the number 9 in the list?
So that's what it says on this one. It says that you have to look for where he mentions Ron's outfit, which this is the only one that mentions it.
Let me quickly check on that pinwheel on time 8, just to make sure. I'm not saying I don't trust you, bro. I just want to make sure that we are in the right category. Yep. That's number 9. Got it. Okay, so I have to press.
Yep.
Miss Amy, about this last remark. You still don't get it, do you, Wright? This is the time to be pressing witness on every little statement. I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Goddard. What? Mr. Emmy, you seem you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder.
How can you say that?
Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Emmy? The button didn't have any fingerprints on it. Why? Miss Lai was wearing a mask and masquerade outfit. Is that correct?
Indeed, that's what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof.
Uh-oh.
You've got him now, bro. You've got him now.
Yep, more like your deductions prove that you are a fool. Wait, we need for karma. Sure.
Whatever do you mean?
Sure, we need your foolishness.
This is a foolish fool that you are fooling around with your foolish mistakes. The foolish acting you're doing is so foolish that this foolish fool is like a full record full of foolishness!
Oh my gosh, that was amazing! That was amazing!
Montana is truly amazing in giving the foolishness trophy to give them away to the biggest fool in the foolishness world!
Golly.
For some reason, I started to get real thirsty. When
Whoa,
exactly
so
did
good.
we learn that fact? Rondelai was dressed as the Masquerade when he went to the scene of the crime.
That was...
It was just a few hours ago. Back when I had my 6th cup, when I was looking at me with a cold stare.
Oh, I did forget to mention it before. I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now.
That's right, the defendant had yet to tell anyone else that fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should have known this are those who have been watching this trial. Do you understand now, Detective Adme? Or must we say, Blackmail Adme? There's no way that you should have known about that.
Yeah.
You were in the next courtroom being tried as Master Mesquite. So then enlighten us, how did you know about that piece of information?
Whoa.
Come on, this detective must have known about it. He's probably had plenty of chance to find out beforehand. And if those chances that I want to discuss next, that night Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mesquite outfit. And there's only one way that Emmy have to find that out. Only one way, you say? Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony.
When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there.
For a second, my client witnessed the real killer. But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker, so there was no way to tell or not the real killer was Luke Adme. And with that statement, I will turn this case on its head. Uh-oh, we ahead ourselves. Just what are you implying? Mr. Light saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you were to turn the statement around, stand the reason that the real killer had also seen on the light. Impossible. Detective Emmy, you saw Master Mesquite at the night of the Master Mesquite at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bullard and assaulted Ron the Light. That's why your only way should have known what Ron was wearing. Uh oh, is he going Super Saiyan?
Take a good look, everyone. Take a good look.
It was almost like he was going Super Saiyan.
Oh, my belly is shaking! Oh my god!
Vegeta, what does this power? What does this?
When I does it!
Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the treasure clown. That's the same line you gave yesterday. Oh, I was right.
But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time.
You
He lost his mind!
His brain got melted.
What an awfully complicated incident. said my name, bro.
I know. I was talking to somebody.
Cain Bullard was blackmailing Luke at me, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight. And upon killing his blackmailer, Luke at me tried to frame Ron Delight. He then claimed to be guilty as Master Muskew in order to escape his true crime.
And that to end, he came up with this plan. Use the double jeopardy rule when make his alibi.
At any rate, it would seem we've finally found the truth.
Excuse me.
I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of murderer.
Don't ignore me!
Oops, sorry, we did it again.
I didn't realize you were there.
Why wouldn't he be there?
About the verdict.
I know. You never committed any murder.
Right. I'm so glad you understand that, but I am Masquerade.
Huh?
So thanks to that trail yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? That you said double jeopardy?
Jeopardy. Now that you mention it.
I have been careless. Careless?
Oof.
What do you think, Mia?
As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent.
Then the mask is really innocent?
It would seem so. For now.
For now? Uh-oh.
Now then, this court finds the defendant
Not
not
guilty.
guilty.
Not guilty, we won.
Yay!
Everybody is cheering. Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, this isn't good after all. You see, the thing is still, I'm still masked, not a masquerade. October 14th, 3:35 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 4. And 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 5. You did it, Phoenix.
Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days.
Oh?
I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take anything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn up these days.
You mean about becoming the master of the Korean intelligence school?
Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother.
Misty Faye, right?
Watch over her, will you, Phoenix?
Of course.
Well then, see you around.
Mia.
Ah, Mr. Wright. I don't know what to say.
Congratulations, Mr. Delight.
Thank you so much. No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, Turf. That I am all of this.
Come on, just be happy already.
Maya?
You've been cleared off the murder cases and got off my the masquerade to boot. But in exchange, I lost everything. Huh? What do you mean? Stealing security information from the key-based security become unmasked star the masquerade. I did it all for one reason, for her.
You mean your wife, Desiree?
She hates criminals more than anything.
Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she?
She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I know that, but once I got fired from the KB security and lost all of the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure.
So that's why you became as the Masqué.
Yes, but it's all over now. A broken bowl can never be put back together. That's not true, White Nick.
Right.
Really? Can I go back to the things they were? You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it.
Can I kinda wish you could check with me first. It's like even a ball is broken when it's always put together. Am I right?
Present the sacred urn.
The sacred urn. Desiree was the one who found this.
Desiree, your wife, she always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything.
Ah, there you are!
Mrs. Delight.
You did it, Ronnie! You're innocent! I'm so happy! Thank you, I appreciate that, but I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you? Ronnie, why didn't you talk? What's going on? I had no idea you quit KB security. I never imagined that you were really a masquerade either. Mr. Light, what are you going to do that you now know? You're not going to really leave him, are you? Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast that's no way he could ever get away.
But didn't you say that you hated criminals?
No. I only hate people who act cowardly and sneaky. Like that detective.
I see.
My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them like a man. I just love a man who is so chivalrous. Blech. Chivalrous?
Even I don't know how to pronounce that word. Chivalrous? Chivalrous? Chivalrous. That sounds right. Chivalrous.
Chivalrous. I knew I was right about you. Every day I spent with you is filled with thrills and excitement. Destiny.
Desiree, you really do love Ron, do you?
Hey boy.
Yes?
I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I never forget what you've done for us.
Oh well, take care of yourself.
You too, Nicky boy.
Ooh, I can feel my face going red.
Nick, Mr. Maya, congratulations.
Talk about bad timing!
Mr. Maya, no, you gotta go. I never forgive you.
She's slapping him.
So as the case came to a close, so did my consciousness. One said a broken bowl can never be put together, but I know that's not true. I mean, just look. Here's a perfect example of one that was put together better than before. And that's our case closed.
Case is closed.
She looks kind of cute, that.
Yeah, she does. I like it, to be honest. Yeah, this is. Wait. Look at that upper right. It looks like a scouter. Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his judge level? Sorry, could help it. But yeah, guys, this is it for this week. If you like the content so far, make sure to hit that sexy free follow button. You can also go to twitch.tv/MegaDragonoid, where I'll be putting down my art and my streams. You can also go to deviant.com. So it's MegaDragonoid, where I'll be putting down my art. And if you want to go to Sira's or Justin's,
for YouTube, you go to Princess Sira. And that's about it, because I'm going to draw more on YouTube, of course.
Are you not going to be on TV not anymore?
I'm not active. I'm just taking a break from it.
Fair enough. Well, for me, my YouTube is just Parody's Man. My Twitch is just Parody's Miner, and my DeviantArt is Dr. Chester the First.
and there we go. And if you want to go to our Discord server, you can just go to the description below and you will see there a link towards our Discord server. You can also go to like the notification bell when you're going to see me live or put up a video. And that's basically it, guys. I wish you all a good day, a good week, and peace, my operators. Have a nice day.
Peace.
Coffee.
Coffee, 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 coffee.